Hey guys, this is Vaughn, and what you're watching is not actually Dawn of War Soulstorm, but it is Dawn of War Pro, also known as Dawn of War Professional, and this is the Soulstorm version of it. Now, this is a modification made by people that have been in the Dawn of War scene for a long time, people like Korba, and you might remember Korba from the article that he did on Dawn of War 2 that I promoted. And these guys have been working on this mod since Dawn of War's since Dawn of War was very young in the scene, and they did a version of it for each different Dawn of War that came out, for Dawn of War and like Dark Crusade, and now for Soulstorm. And what it is it's a remake of the game, it's a revamp of the game, with all of the units sort of just reconsidered and looked at, with their stats changed and some of the graphics changed. And in this case, some of the maps changed. You can tell this is actually Quest Triumph, but there are actually two entrances to the base. There's one at the front where it usually was, and they've made one at the back as well. But it's very much oriented to people that really want more out of Dawn of War in terms of gameplay and balance. They've actually done a better job, obviously, than Relic have, with actually balancing the game and creating some depth in the gameplay. They've actually considered everything and just weeded out things that are imbalanced or just feel superfluous. Now I'm going to be talking about Dawn of War Pro, in this case SS Pro, Soulstorm Pro, in this video. I'm promoting it, but if you just want to go straight ahead and download it, head over to DAOSanctuary.com and make a username account for yourself, and it takes a minute. And then go to the section of the forums where Dawn of War Pro is being discussed, and download it. I've got a link for it in the video description, so head out and check that up. As you can see here, this is the Chaos Lord for SS Pro, and they've changed the way he looks. They've given him a sword to start out with instead, but importantly, he actually changes his look as he gets upgraded quite significantly. I mean, they did that in classic Soulstorm as well, a little bit, only with his gun and so forth, but these guys have made that a little bit more dynamic. Maybe not dynamic's probably not the best word, but they've added to that effect of actually just changing the model a lot more when you upgrade your hero. Anyway, looks like we've got a brutal duel here between the Chaos Lord and the Dark Angels Force Commander. As you can see, they're using the Dawn of War vanilla model, which is very cool. Chaos Lord just chopping him down there. That's sort of the Commander Angelos guy from the classic Dawn of War, but we are playing, a version of Soulstorm here with 9 races available. Dark Angels, as you can see here. But I mean, importantly, if you want to play a game that isn't sort of riddled with bugs and balance issues, I reckon you guys should try this out, because you can obviously play it against your friends. It's not something you can go online and play automatch with, but there's a community for it. If you know other people that want to, get back into Soulstorm again, but don't want to have to worry about the annoying, towers more powerful than anybody else, or Eldar is, try this out, because it's only less than 300 megs to download, and you just install it on your computer, and you can get cracking and play straight away. Even I could download it with my slow connection, so there was no problem there. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are playing Dawn of War 2 at the moment, but Dawn of War 2 sucks. I've said it before, and I'll say it now, and I'll say it again. It's not a very good game if you're into competitive RTS, and I think if you like 40k and you don't really want to leave the whole Dawn of War franchise, give this a go, and let me know how you go. And there's a lot of talk about it on the DAO Sanctuary forums, and a lot of people eager to play with you if you're keen to try this one out. Every single race is available, and they've actually changed some of the races fairly fundamentally. For example, Necrons actually play quite differently now. They're not so weird, and Necrons actually have a starting hero. They use the Satan, the big god lord dude, but I haven't really given him much of a go yet. I'm not really commentating on this particular game that we're watching in front of us right now, because I haven't played Dawn of War Pro enough myself to really understand the finer points of what's going on, but it is in a little bit more depth, and what you're seeing here is obviously a Space Marine versus Chaos game. You're seeing horrors showing up. Horrors aren't anti-vehicle in SS Pro. They are against certain troop types, and What you're seeing here is not like the cookie cutter strategy for Space Marines versus Chaos. I think it's an actual decision that these two players have made, and if they were to replay the game again, you'd probably see different unit combinations most likely. I can't say that with 100% certainty because I haven't watched a lot of games, but from what I've heard and from talking to people like Korba and Pimpy, you know, that's really the case. Now, another link in the video description will take you to another YouTube page where my good friend Ultra Simon, also known as Pimpy, has got some commentaries going on Dawn of War Pro, so you can actually watch some of the games that he's played and that other people have played, and he's explaining sort of what's going on in the sort of tactical level. And I definitely recommend you check his stuff out if you're really interested in this, especially if you're going to learn how to play Dawn of War Pro, because that'll let you know. Anyway, we've got some Grey Knights here as well. Grey Knights have been changed significantly. They can actually be built in Tier 1, which is very cool. It's like you've got two different options. It's either tactical squads or Grey Knights. Well, of course, the scouts as well. But one of the big things that Korba and the team have gone for when designing this game is to take out all of the no-brainer decisions, and that's a thing that he was making a lot of emphasis on in his Dawn of War 2 article. And I really agree with that. I think that really good games like StarCraft, for example, really have very little in the way of no-brainer decisions. We're talking about decisions where you start the game and you know your opponent is, say, Chaos and your Space Marines, and you build a certain amount of scouts, you build a certain number of guys, you upgrade the same things at certain points in time, you move you guys to the same places in the map, just because those decisions will result in the best outcome for your chances of winning the game, and that's when it sort of becomes dull and boring. It's a no-brainer decision a lot of the time. Now, when you've got a game that is strategically deep, you have to think about those decisions. What is my opponent doing? How will my opponent respond to that? Do I have enough resources to do this or that? How will I be vulnerable if I make this sort of decision? And that brings a lot of thinking and interest back into the game, and it brings a lot of excitement when you're watching good players and see them take risks or capitalize on their opponent's mistakes. And those are all hallmarks of a very good RTS game. A lot of people ask me that. Well, at least one person asked me that in my little FAQ series that I did recently. What makes a really good RTS? And it's stuff like that to really bring out the strategic depth of the game that makes it important. Game like Dawn of War 2, okay, well, there's an illusion of a lot of tactics going on, but as soon as people figure out what the best thing is to do, then every game becomes sort of a no-brainer sort of follow-through of the cookie-cutter strategy that works best, and it's just a matter of doing that strategy and hoping that you win, and that becomes very, very boring. So again, that's one of the reasons why I have not bought Dawn of War 2 and I'm not planning to buy it. But Dawn of War Pro, as I said, head over to DAO Sanctuary and pick yourself up a file and try it out. You only need Soulstorm with 1.2 installed to be able to play it. And away you go. I'll be trying out some of the other races. If I start learning how to play this game to a significant level, I may start commentating on some decent replays. There are people playing this game all the time, and replays are being posted on DAO Sanctuary. So even if you don't really want to compete, if you find that's a little bit daunting, you may actually just want to spectate. You may just want to download some replays and actually watch some people playing a game that has a bit of thinking in it and is still in the Dawn of War theme. You can watch these awesome battles. I don't care what anybody says, Soulstorm still has great graphics. Watching it here, and Dawn of War 2 graphics are very nice, but so are Soulstorm graphics. It gives you a very different feel. And yeah, really enjoying it, seeing a lot of flamers going on here. Apparently flamers are pretty good in Dawn of War Pro at the moment, SS Pro. I kind of use those two terms interchangeably. I say Dawn of War Pro, SS Pro. Dawn of War Pro, I mean, this is the Dawn of War franchise, and it started out as Dawn of War Pro, but the official title for this game is Soulstorm Professional. And it's a mod. As you can see here, the Chaos Lord has picked up a helmet, having upgraded himself, and he's got his big icon club thing going on. Ace of Clubs. But yeah, he's looking pretty cool. I really like that how you upgrade Grey like that. And here we've got some Khorne Berserkers as well. They've changed the look of these guys slightly as well. It's good. It's very refreshing coming back to this, to Soulstorm, and seeing little bits, little graphics tweaked everywhere. It's kind of like you're getting new content. And after playing Soulstorm for quite a while, I know a lot of people have played Soulstorm even longer than I have. I mean, I really played it for that long, more like 6 months or so. And yeah, it's just nice to come back to a bit of change like this. And here we've got a big brawl going along. The Chaos Lord is just smashing everybody in close combat. I know that there's a Force Commander in there somewhere, I think, but looks like it's going away with the Space Marines thanks to those flamers and extra guns in the background. Oh, there's the Force Commander, smack bang in the thick of it. Dark Angels for the win. And looks like the Space Marines have beat them up. Well, this replay goes on for quite a while, but I've said everything that I wanted to about SS Pro for today. Head over to the links that I've put in the video description and try it out. Maybe putting up some more videos about this at a later time, but we'll see. Thanks for checking it out, guys.
Defending objective